All right. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I am a touch late there. Not to brag or anything, but I just had my first asthma attack of the season. Ooh, let me get that camera right. There we go. So, a bit of a rough start this morning. Um, I I take a whole bunch of asthma medication, but the funny thing is that I have asthma. Like, I have nightmare asthma like 2 weeks out of the year. Um, about 1 week this time of year, and 1 week in the spring, and 1 week in the summer. And I feel like I'm gonna die those times, but um, not actually like cease to breathe due to asthma, but like I've got like I'll have like 3 asthma attacks today. And none of my controlling medication will help it. That's okay. So anyways, yeah, a bit of a rough start. I'm also out of coffee this morning. When I calculated how much, okay, so when I calculated how much coffee I was going to need for this week, clearly I messed up right from the beginning, because if you have to math out whether you have enough coffee or not, you don't have enough coffee. But no, I forgot that like my roommate was going to be home because he had a big break for Thanksgiving. And then I just needed more coffee than usual because it was that last week in Nano. So yeah, so I'm out of coffee. I am drinking tea this morning. I haven't actually started it yet though. I did take a caffeine pill, which hopefully that'll get me going a little bit too. So we're gonna do that like push schedule that I've been doing earlier this week, of doing little breaks and long sprints. I actually haven't finished. I finished Nano, of course. I did hit my 100,000 words, so that was a big accomplishment for me. I did not finish the novel though, and I need to get this damn thing finished. I was super excited to move on to another project today, but I don't like leaving this unfinished. So I'm hoping that just with these sprints today, I've got 2 scenes left to write. That with my luck, the first scene is going to be like 4,000 words, because I have a bad habit of writing these gigantic scenes. Obviously, if that's the case, I'm not going to finish today. I'm absolutely not pushing myself to write 5,000 a day. But as long as I can keep this first scene down to a reasonable like 2,000, then it'll be nothing. That last scene is probably going to be like 1,000 because it's a wrap up. It's the finale. So yeah, we'll see. Hey Courtney, thanks for stopping by today. We're gonna go ahead and do this first sprint. It is that time. I don't know why this is set up wrong today. That's okay. Full screen. Boom. Okay. So it is 5 after, and we are going to write until 1/4 past. So good luck out there. I messed up. I hit the wrong button. I tried to hit start on the wrong screen. It's okay. There. All right. I am back. Good morning, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining. I'm having a bit of a rocky start this morning. Also, it looks like my face is on fire. It's the sun. I'm fine. It looks really funny, though. Anyways, I am off to a bit of a rocky start this morning, but I did hit most of my nano goals. I got that first novel written and I got that second novel edited and I hit 100,000 words, barely. That was when I quit. That was when my body last night said, no, you're not doing any more of this. So unfortunately, that means that my second novel is not finished. So that is what I am working on today. Hoping to get that finished so that I can not be working on that project for a while. I'm still trying to decide. That is the one that is the 6-book series, excuse me, where the stories are all intertwined. They all happen on the exact same timeline. And I know that first book that I wrote at the beginning of Nano, it needs some major editing to it. Hey, Ginny, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me. It's just me. I don't even have cats today. But so I'm debating now about whether, like, I know that first book needs like a massive rewrite to it. So I'm debating now about if I want to do the rewrite or if I want to finish the series first in case I have to do more tweaking than what I think I do right now. So that's where I am. But yeah, I still have to finish that second book. I've only got a couple scenes left. And once I do that, I'll actually be back to the thing that I edited in November because I feel like I'm fresh enough on it now to do the proofread. And hopefully, if that proofread goes well, I can send it out into the world. I was hoping to have it to be ordered by about the 19th of December. So yeah, so things are chugging along for me this morning. I am out of coffee, so I'm drinking tea, which doesn't have nearly the caffeine in it that I want. So I took a caffeine pill. And we'll see if that gets me where I need to be. But so because I do have this extra work that I need to do, just to like be done with this project, I would love also to get that written today and then take today off. I've been hitting it pretty hard for the last like week and a half, and I could use a half day today. And we've been having a real rough time of it lately at my house. We've had a friend pass away, and then also now my roommate's mother has just possibly broken her arm. They took her to the hospital last night, and of course, the hospital being what it is, by the time I went to bed last night, we still didn't know what was wrong with her because nobody could be with her because COVID. So yeah, I think today would be a good veg day. And yeah, so to that end, we are going to be doing just these little 5-minute breaks, which we are almost done on for this time. And then that way I can, hopefully the harder I work now, hopefully I can actually work hard now. That last sprint, I just was like catching up on emails and stuff, which is fine. But hopefully the rest of the sprints today, I could just like chug through what I've got left. Okay, so we are going to write for the next 20. It is 20 past right now, so that worked out. So I will see you guys at 40 past. Okay, that was the end of that sprint, and I am going to finish a sentence. Let's see. Okay, it's finished. Since Nano is over, I am no longer tracking. I bet I can keep tracking. I always forget how that website. I remember that the website has changed in bad ways, but sometimes I forget that it has changed in good ways. So I may as well keep tracking this if it'll. Oh no, it looks like it won't let me. I guess because it was set for the nano goal. That's kind of irritating. Oh, I could create a new goal. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I've gotten, you know what? Let me do this in a way that it doesn't look like I have completely forgotten you guys. I'm going to share screen. It's going to be this screen. So bear with me because it's going to do that copying on itself thing for a second. Ooh, that thing. Anyway, so I am in. Let me go back to the beginning. Okay. So I am at the Nano site, and you see that we are now missing those plus buttons. But we're going to see what happens. I'm going to create a new goal. And my new goal, I don't want any of that stuff right here, so just not clicking that box. So my new goal is finishing this thing. And I'm going to say that it should be no more than 5,000 words. Yeah, we're going to start today. It'll be done probably today, but let's go ahead and do this. Save that goal. Oh, you know what, though? It reset the, oh my God, what if I completely, no, I did not completely erase my nano. It did not carry that word count over, though, which my word count was 100. Oh, God, I can't do that math. I'm just going to assume that I started this scene from scratch. I didn't. So I absolutely did not get 438 words in that sprint. But at least I'll be able to update my progress for the rest of it. So the website is still, but that's okay. Oh my God, did I echo through that entire thing? Oh God, now I'm just echoing all over the place. Hey Kayla, sorry if I just like echoed all over the place. I thought that was going to tab out into the other screen when I moved to the other screen, and I guess not. Anyways, I was messing around with the nano site, and it did. No. The video echoing. I'm assuming that's what Ginny was referring to. Was that? Oh, maybe not. I don't know. It's okay. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get our next sprint going in just a moment. I am still working on my nano. I did hit the goal, but I've got a little bit left of that book to do. So, okay, it stopped, whatever it was. So it was just a fluke. Okay. I'm just going to drink some more tea too. So, also, oh, it's fine. It happens. Computers are strange and unreliable, and they're weird. Like the fancier they get, the weirder things get with them. I remember back in the day where like if my computer was looking weird, I would just like format C and just completely reinstall every flipping program on it from like a box of floppy drives that was that big. So, you know, it's It is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna write for the next 20 minutes. And it is 8:45 where I am, so that takes us to 5 past. We're gonna reset the 20 minutes. All right, good luck, everybody. We'll see you then. Okay, we are back. And it looks like Elizabeth has left us to go go do some errands. If you're still here, though, thanks for joining us. Yeah. So I did get actual words written. I did well there. Let's see. It was a 20-minute. I closed the window, of course. So give me a second. Because it is too early to do actual math. I think I got 480, but let's check out. Oh God, I've got bells. What is happening? Oh God, I unlocked a badge somehow. That's okay. I guess badges just go for everything now. I am not nearly as well versed in the Nano website as I should be as an ML, but that's okay. Oh, geez. I'm just making this way too complicated. I thought this was going to be like a funny little way of doing this, and then it was a mess. Okay, I got 469 there. Hey, Nikki, thanks for joining us. Kaylin got 404. That's fantastic. And Nikki, as in Nikki Swanson, I did win Nano, and I did hit that 100,000 word goal, but I have not finished that story yet. So that's what I'm working on now. I've got 2 scenes left in it, and I'm pretty solid on it being only 2 scenes. The last scene in it that I would like to be an epilogue might be an actual scene, and then there's going to be another epilogue, but that's okay. But I am running into the problem that I was stressing about earlier this morning, that the scene that I'm currently working on might balloon into like a 4,000 word scene, which is not what I wanted. It's at 907 words now, and I'm still kind of at the beginning of it, and hopefully I can get the pacing fixed so that it does not end up that long. But like, I didn't mean them to dwell as long as I did on what they have for the last 907 words. So I might be like 3,000 words from the end. I might be like 6,000 words from the end. And I'm trying to remember. I wish I could now, and it's just not coming to me. I wish I could remember how many words were in the first book that I did in the first Nano. I feel like it's 45,000. It might have been 42. I might have kind of fudged numbers a little bit. All of this is in one document right now, and I don't have an easy way of like actually doing that breakdown to figure out if it was like 42 or 45. But that actually is kind of making a big difference now, because if this whole thing ends up at like 105,000 and that first one is only 42,000, that's going to make the second one like 68,000, and that is not how long a sequel can be. You cannot, I mean, it's not quite doubled, but it's over 50% longer, and that is too much. It's okay, though. I'm just going to get these finished, and then I'm going to deal with all of that in the editing phase. Also, to everybody that has just joined, because I know we did get a few people that just came in during that last sprint or just before, I am doing this tighter 5-minute break schedule. I don't know. I might stick with this forever. It is, when I'm by myself, it is easier, of course, for me to only talk 5 minutes in between than 10 minutes in between. But we'll see. I will never go longer than 10 minutes, except for that long 15 that we have in our word stitch schedule. For this, I will never go longer than 10. But for right now, I'm only going 5. And to that end, let's go ahead and get this next sprint going. It is 10 after, and we are going to go for 20 minutes. So that is going to take us to 1/2 past. And that means that we will have one other sprint today. So it does mean that, I'm not sure, that sounded kind of blurred when I said it. We will have, so this is the fourth sprint. There will be 5 sprints today. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Okay, that is time on that sprint. And as per usual, I have to finish the sentence. Let's see. And of course, one of the cats is yelling at the door. Okay, let me go get the screamer, and then hopefully I will get my count, and then we can move on. Get in here. Get in here. Okay. We also had one of those nights last night where he wanted to be in my room and then out and then in and then out. I'm a light sleeper, and we had our first snowfall yesterday, which meant I was running a space heater. So my doors were closed, and oh God, the humanity, the felinity of being in a room with a closed door. Let's see. I did not do well on that sprint. My roommate's mother broke her arm yesterday, and we're trying to figure stuff out with like her hospital. Like she's got to go back to the doctor, and it's at a bad time, and blah, blah, blah. So we've been tangled up talking about that. It was a fairly critical thing. So yeah. So I wrote 306 words there, but I did push the plot along slightly. I should definitely be further along in this scene than I am. Nikki got 520. Nikki B, because I got two Nikki's in here right now. Nikki B got 522 and finished up chapter 3. That's fantastic. Sounds like you are starting new stuff right now. A bunch of us are still trying to wrap up Nano. From the sounds of it, though, I think we are all. I only have a couple more scenes. Worst case scenario, we're talking about like 6,000 more words, which is nothing if it's not done today. If it's not done today, I will scream, but it will be done tomorrow. That is an absolute. Yeah, and I know that Kaylin is also wrapping up their project. So I think I feel like I saw that, unless that was somebody else. Yes. Kaylin's still working on their project, and got 481. That is fantastic. Wow, are we almost to the next sprint already? It's so funny with these 5-minute breaks. Sometimes they take like, they feel like 5 minutes, and sometimes it's like right now it's already done. Yeah, so sorry, and again, I'm still having that conversation. I just got distracted by it. Sorry. Wow. Okay. So, and then Nikki is taking a break from Nikki Swanson is taking a break from writing, and I respect that. I have decided oh God, sorry, the cat's going after the shades right now. He's not one of those cats, but every once in a while he is, and therefore those sounds are like, what is that? No, it's him actually doing cat things. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I can get this. I'm not going to get it finished this morning. I definitely want to start on my next project, which is proofreading what I edited this past month, in the mid-month. I'm moving on to proofreading that after this. But my goal is to get this finished today early enough that I can take the rest of the day off, and give myself a little bit of a vacation, not a vacation, and a day off. but get myself a little bit of a break before I move on to a new project. So that is my motivator right now. That being said, there's only one sprint left of the day, and I'm not even close to finishing this dang scene. And then I have one scene and maybe an epilogue to go. So let's go ahead and do this next sprint. It is 20 minutes, and then that will be it for me. But yeah, let's get these 20 minutes in. It is 9:36 on the East Coast here in Atlanta, which is nowhere near the coast. That's okay. All those things made sense in my brain until they came out, and it's like, okay. It's 9:36, so we are going to write until 9:56. I'll see you guys then. Okay, time is up, and that was our last sprint for the day. And exactly as predicted, I am at 1,800 words in this scene, and I'm not halfway done with this scene. So, yeah, I'm not. This is gonna be another long day for me, but that's okay. I did get 590 in that sprint though. And I am having some delightful banter happen, which is one of my strengths, and I assume that my writers appreciate that about me. That I am a strong banterer. I feel like when you write romance, that is something that's useful to have. I'm sorry, I just got sent a picture and I don't know. Oh, I'm looking at snow. So as I mentioned before, I am in Atlanta. We don't see snow. I don't think we had any snow stick the last 2 years. We do always get a little bit of snow, but it doesn't. And if you are from anywhere near this area, you probably still remember Snowpocalypse from 2014. The Witcher of 2014. Don't you love those little things? Wherever you are, there's got to be some big storm that, like, you always know exactly what had happened, no matter how long ago it happened. We also still talk about an ice storm that we had in 1994. That I remember because I didn't have power for 8 days. I wasn't even in Atlanta. We just happened to get Atlanta and where I was both got ice storms that year. It wasn't even the same ice storm because ours was during the Olympics up in Delaware. And down here, I guess it was late. It was like March or April. Anyway, so I just got a photo a friend of mine sent me of, I'm assuming it was his neighbor's house. He took a picture of their roof and there's still snow stuck on his roof. And that is crazy. Also, it means bad things for us. And it means that I am going to be working even harder to avoid going back into the workforce because I hate driving in snow, and I would love, if it is a snowy winter, to not have to ever do that. I would love to be that grocery shopper only life. Okay. So that is the end of the show for today. We are going to be doing the show again on Thursday and on Friday. So I will see you guys around. And now that the season has ended for Nano, again, I will be doing this all year long. But because Nano has ended, I don't know where the next sprint is right now. But that's okay. You guys have a great day. And hopefully I will see you in a couple days. And in the meantime, good luck